Hey, it's Rob Levy here again with the Rob Levy Real Estate Team in Portland, Oregon. I wanted to put together this video, a little different than the other ones. I thought I'd gather together the top 8 reasons people are buying houses that I see when they come to me. And I put my glasses on here and I put this list on, and see, the deal is it's different for all sorts of people. You know, some people want security, some people want to buy a little farm, some people want a house in the neighborhood, some people want a condominium, and there's different reasons for everybody. So I thought I'd share those here, and let's go over some of those. So privacy, having a space that you can solely call your own. That's probably the most important thing that I get from home buyers. They just want their own little castle. And the fact that they're in control of it, they can make all the decisions, they can update, they can not update, they can upgrade the air conditioner when it needs it, all that sort of stuff seems to be incredibly important. That's probably the number one thing on my list. Number two, looking after loved ones. Now, loved ones can vary. Having been in this real estate business for 33 years, I deal with everything from people having brand new little kids, little babies to look after, and all of a sudden bursting at the seams. Right now, the biggest problem I've got is people working from home. 2 people in the same household sharing an office, for instance. All of a sudden, they want a house with a couple of extra rooms for offices. I've got several clients where their mother-in-law or father-in-law or whatever the case may be, or parents, are moving in with them and they're having to take care of them. I've got people with disabled kids, a little bit of everything. But prioritizing the needs of those closest to you seems to be way on top of the list. Interesting that these 2 items are both emotional needs. Stability, controlling your future direction and security. When you buy a house, you're in control of your future. One of the cool things is in the United States of America, we can do a 30-year fixed rate loan, and your payment for the principal and interest will never go up in those 30 years. Now, I know you're saying, Rob, you're not telling me something I don't already know. And, that's probably the case. But what a lot of people don't realize is in most of the countries in the world, that's not the case. In Canada, you can get a 30-year mortgage, but every 5 years it comes up for renewal. And if it comes up for renewal and the interest rate's gone up 2%, you're paying 2% more for those remaining 25 years until the next 5 years, and it comes up again. Similar situations in Britain, continental Europe, most of the Western world, Korea, so on and so forth. The 30-year fixed rate mortgage, the deal is, if you know that your payment's going to be $1,200 a month, it's $1,200 a month for the next 360 months. And that's incredibly important. Financial investments. We've talked about this before, but owning a house is a great way to secure your financial future. Owning rental houses is even better. But let's start with just the one house. And the reason for that is, you can see on some charts that'll pop up here, sharing like rents. Rents always go up on this chart. And they're just going to continue to go up, and that's never going to change, and you have zero asset in this building. Okay, you're just paying the landlord the rent to use the property. Now, there's some benefits to that. If the furnace dies, you don't have to worry about it, things like that. But if you're buying a house, you're paying down the mortgage at the same time that it's going up over time in value. And the goal would be that when you're retired, that house is paid off. Well, now you've got options, because now you've got this house which has probably gone way up in value compared to when you bought it. You're retired, you've got a retirement account, you've got Social Security, but you may need to tap a little money out of the house. There are things like reverse mortgages, which are incredibly safe these days, that you can pull, where you can take a little bit of money out of your house over time, over time, over time. You can't do that if you're renting. You just don't have that asset to do it from. So that's, in my opinion, that's one of the biggest things. As a real estate agent that's been involved with this for 33 years and who actually volunteers and goes back east to Washington, D.C. and meets with our senator talking about home ownership and stuff like that, senators and congresspeople, I find that that's incredibly important. The financial security of people owning homes at retirement age is about 65 times larger than it is for tenants. Personal expression, displaying your unique personality. Yeah, we've all seen it. We've driven by neighborhoods where people have got wild colors on their houses. That's not quite what I mean. You can actually decorate this thing the way that you want. You can take out walls if you want. You can update your kitchen. I'm a cook. I live in a 1988 house that we bought about 5 years ago. We blew out the walls between the living room, dining room, kitchen, and expanded our kitchen. And I can't do that if it's a rental. So the ability to do that is incredible. Accomplishment, reflecting your efforts and success. Now, sometimes people like to show that they've been successful by driving very expensive cars or buying a mansion on the lake or something like that. And other times it's just understating it all and just having a house that's almost paid for. So that's an important thing. The sense of accomplishment, not necessarily to show to other people, but for yourself. My wife and I live very modestly, and I like it that way. But I know I've got the financial security to me, that gives me a good feeling of accomplishment. Comforts, surrounding yourself with enhanced experiences. What if you want to add a pool? What if you want to add in a hot tub? What if you want to put in a fire pit? All those things, or extend a deck. You can't do those things when you're renting a house. People like that when they're owning a house. They like personalizing it. Or, I'm a gardener. A lot of people are really into gardening. You don't really want to invest thousands of dollars into updating a garden in a backyard in a house that you're renting, so you tend not to do it. So that's a personal expression thing. It's also very relaxing for those of you that like gardening, and you've got the ability to do that. And then the last one is community, being part of a broader social group. Well, there's a neighborhood thing going on. So yes, I'm friends with the neighbors if I'm renting, but it's not quite the same thing as owning, and especially if you live in a homeowners association. In a lot of cases, you want to be on the board or get involved in a committee on the homeowners association, and you can't do that if you're a tenant in a lot of HOA rules. So there's that, plus sharing with your friends, come on over to my place type thing. So all of the things I'm talking about really aren't too much in the way of financial. It's to do with what's important to you when you're buying a house, and it tends to be more psychological than anything else. So I tend to spend a lot of time on my videos talking about the financial aspects of owning a house, so I thought I'd throw this one out there just to mention. These are 8 reasons that come up all the time. If you're thinking about buying a house in the Portland area, give us a call. If you're thinking about buying a house anywhere in the country, we're well connected, having been one of the top realtors in Portland for 33 years now. We're connected with the top realtors all over the USA. So give me a call and I can refer you to a top realtor in the area that you're looking in. Thank you so much for watching the videos. Please subscribe and don't forget to share with a friend. Appreciate it.